So, Sundance Leisure Thundercar is ready to roll right now. Up on the point will be the 22 Jared Gilson, along with the 3 David Rasmussen. Row number 2, it's Tony Frezzo, the 22, 17 of Mike Greenfield. Row 3, Corey Valade in the 21, 25 Tyler Collette. Row number 4 is 73 Timothy Greenfield, 19 Collin Bauter. Colby Hibbard, 28, 94 of Aj White. Next row inside is going to find Ron White in the 60R, along with the 60 of Francis White. And we believe this might be Tony St. Mary in the 111. Not sure if Junior may have jumped into this car. So we believe that Aj St. Mary, and I get the thumbs up from down there. Thank you so much. Thankfully, I have you all down there to help me. I owe you later. That is Aj St. Mary in the 111. Dad surrendering the car to the kid for the night. Set for green, 15 laps is the distance. And we are set to go. Tony Frezzo, last week's winner, rolls from the inside of row number 2. Green lights are on and we're underway. First time through turn number 1 and 2. Tony Frezzo again jumps up into the race lead. 3 David Rasmussen right there with him to challenge as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Jared Gilson falls to 3rd. Corey Valade trying to make some big moves early on as Mike Greenfield, Tyler Collette making some headway early on as they click off lap number 1. It is Tony Frezzo with the advantage. Lap 1 in the record books, and here comes David Rasmussen looking for the lead down the back straightaway as they go to turn number 3 and 4 with Corey Valade trailing them in spot number 3 rather. 17 of Mike Greenfield along with the 22 Jared Gilson. Timothy Greenfield problems on the back straightaway, and Tony Frezzo, David Rasmussen, they are all over each other going into turn number 1 and 2, playing bumper tag as they went down the front straightaway. Rasmussen with the lead. Here it comes the 22 of Frezzo. Taking a look down on the inside lane. Corey Valade right there with him in spot number 3. Watch the 21 of Valade. He could play spoiler in this one here as they come across the line. Rasmussen using up all the racetrack he can. Tony Frezzo, not a big fan of that move. Drives right up to the back bumper, trying to figure out a way by as they hustle down the back straightaway. Frezzo takes a look down on the low side. Rasmussen blocks the advantage down on the bottom. Frezzo, once again, he'll try it down low in turn number 3 and 4. Watch for Valade in the 21. He's right there with him. Rasmussen a little bit too wide off the turn. Frezzo to the lead as they click off lap number 3. And Timothy Greenfield problems here into turn number 1 and 2. We may have to go caution, but we'll keep our eye on him. He is still rolling over there, and he picks it back up behind the 19 of Collin Bauter. In the meantime, Tony Frezzo's got some company now. He's got Corey Valade right there to his hip pocket, and David Rasmussen all out of shape on the front straightaway. Look out. He's got a flat right rear tire on that number 3 machine as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Mike Greenfield trying to find the way by. Here comes Francis White. He's going to pick up a couple of spots, and Francis White to the top 3. In the meantime, Corey Valade has taken over the lead as they go into turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line this time by Corey Valade, the new race leader. And Rasmussen is off the back straightaway into the tree line over there in turn number 3. Yellow lights are on, and David Rasmussen, we saw this a couple of weeks ago, had a problem with a right rear tire, and it cost him a good finish, and now he has the same thing happen to him. And David Rasmussen does have a flat right rear tire. So he will have to take it straight to pit road.
Turn 2. 22, then 21. Yeah, turn 2. Blue one. 7, 21, then 7.
So we have to go back to the last completed lap, which will put Mike Greenfield and Jared Gilson, or excuse me, Mike Greenfield back to third. Set. So it's Tony Frezzo, the race leader, Corey Valade second, Mike Greenfield third, Jared Gilson fourth, and Francis White in the top five. Tyler Collette is sixth, Aj White seventh, Collin Bauter eighth, Ron White ninth, Anthony Stmary Sr 10th, Colby Hibbard 11th, Timothy Greenfield 12th. So we're going to go back under the green flag with 5 laps down. 15 laps is the scheduled distance once again. We got 10 laps left to go. Still a ways to go in this one. We're ready to go. Tony Frezzo, the race leader, will come back to green this time by 5 down. 15 is the distance. We're back to green. Great start. Corey Valade to the point as they go to 1 and 2. Frezzo kick back to the 2 spot as they roll down the back straightaway. The 22, Jared Gilson, now up into third. Francis White picking up some spots here as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Francis White jumps to third and going after the top 2 drivers as they click off lap number 6. 2023 track champion Francis White on the move. Corey Valade, the point leader, trying to fend off another former track champion. We got cars around in turn number 4. It is the Colby Hibbard, number 28. Timothy Greenfield slow here into turn number 1. David Rasmussen also gets going once again. Ron White has taken the 60R to pit road. So we did complete that lap. We have 6 in the books, 9 more to go. 28 of Colby Hibbard over there off of turn number 2 is going to tag onto the tail end of the field here. And looking at our replay up here, it was the 28 of Hibbard and the 3 of David Rasmussen that did get turned around. And just got word Ron White went pit side with a 60R flat tire on his ride. Again, next week, it is Fan Appreciation Night with the Dirt Modified Nostalgia Tour. They'll be here. Aaron Pugh picked up the victory last year. Whitesboro Plow Shop, Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, Bob Johnson Auto Group, Dirt Car Sportsman. They'll be in town as well, along with the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars. The Sundance Leisure Thundercars will be there, and the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Gates open at 5. Race time, as always, 7 p.m. I'll be here, ready to call the action. If you can't make it here to the Speedway live, please be sure you order it up on Dirt Track Digest TV. And if you can't watch it on Dirt Track Digest or be here in person, be sure to follow us on your smartphone on My Race Pass. Jen Sibley will have all the action on My Race Pass. Will she be announcing on My Race Pass? You never know. Especially when the 92's out in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Sportsman feature. Oh, man. We need to clone you and put you at all racetracks. Because you're the greatest. Wait. And she gets to pull double. She's going to be at it tomorrow with the karts. Twin bill. That's going to be fun. You're doing registrations and scoring, so if you're taking your kart to the kart track here at Can-Am tomorrow, you'll see Jen Sibley's lovely smiling face over there. Race time, 5 o'clock, I do believe. Yes, 5 p.m. on the kart track if you're looking to get your extra racing fix on during Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day again to all the dads out there. We're ready for green. Corey Valade, Tony Frezzo bring him to a crawling pace through corner number 3 and 4. We're back underway. And it's going to be a battle between Frezzo and Valade once again as they go to turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Jared Gilson up to third, Aj White fourth, Francis White once again having to battle through the field again. He's up to spot number 4 one more time. He'll try to find the way by Jared Gilson as they go into turn number 3 and 4 back to the line. Side by side for the race lead. 7 down, 8 to go. Tony Frezzo on that outside lane, trying to figure out a way by Corey Valade. Can't quite do it that time. Valade to the point. Now Francis White charges by. He gets by Gilson for the number 3 spot going into turn number 3. White trying to make this a 3-car battle for the race lead as the top 2 are driving away. But Francis White is on the charge right now. Halfway home, 8 down, 7 to go. And we have got debris over there in turn number 4, right about where the edge of the wall is. There is a piece of something over there in corner number 3 and 4. It's quite a big piece too, and I believe all the drivers are going to be able to see it. If we look up the racetrack and see where the safety vehicle has come out, right there at the edge of the racetrack. There we go. There it is right there. It looks like a piece of tin or something, but up here it looked like a pretty significant piece, whatever it is. So that is off the racetrack. 8 laps down, 7 more to go. Corey Valade is now the race leader. Tony Frezzo up to second. Unofficial. Francis White now third. Jared Gilson fourth. How about Tyler Collette up into the 5 spot right now? 6th is Mike Greenfield. Aj White 7th. Collin Bauter 8th. 9th is Aj Stmary, and 10th is David Rasmussen. Colby Hibbard 11th, and Ron White a couple of laps down in 12th. We are set to go back to green next time by. White flag will be displayed. Up next, 25 laps for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman for 20 laps after that, and then we will have the 20-lap Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Car feature go. Been a great night of racing so far. Again, want to thank the good folks at Holland Pump and Supply Company out of Ogdensburg, and of course our featured nonprofit for the day, a Child Care Resource Center, a program of Community Action Planning Council. Ready for green. And everybody's stacking up towards the tail end of the field here, and we're back to green. And Corey Valade to the point as they hit the back straightaway. David Rasmussen now second. Francis White putting on the pressure on the 3 of Rasmussen as they come down to the line this time by. White's going to put it up to the outside lane to try to get by as they come down the front straightaway, working lap number 9. 9 down, 6 more to go. Corey Valade looking for his 3rd win of 2025. But David Rasmussen and the 60 of Francis White could have something to say about this one as they go to turn number 3 and 4. We will have 5 laps left to go. Here comes Francis White looking for second as they come down to the line one more time. Corey Valade in command of the field as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. White trying to find the way by up on the outside lane. Couldn't quite find the way by. He'll drop in behind of Rasmussen down the backstretch. In the meantime, Tony Frezzo trying to get after the 22 of Jared Gilson into turn number 3 and 4. Frezzo uses that experience around the outside of the racetrack. He'll pick up 4th. In the meantime, Mike Greenfield's going to split the difference. Pick up 2 spots in one exchange there. Mike Greenfield now to 4th. Gilson back to 5th. Frezzo now 6th. As they come down into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. It's a top 3 breakaway at the front with the 21 of Corey Valade in control. We'll have 3 laps left to go, and the 21 of Valade is pulling away from the rest of the field right now. David Rasmussen doing all he can to fend off Francis White for position number 2. White pulls it to the outside portion of the racetrack. Rasmussen right there in front of him as they go down the backstretch. Mike Greenfield 4th, Jared Gilson having a strong run tonight. He's been in the top 5 all day long, running in 5th. Tony Frezzo is up there challenging for the race lead earlier on, and this one has been kicked back to the number 6 spot with 2 laps left to go. Rome, New York's Corey Valade having a great night, having a good season here at Can-Am. 2 wins already this year, trying to extend that point lead as they go down to turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air for Corey Valade. But David Rasmussen is closing as they come down the front straightaway. One more trip around for Corey Valade. He'll set it up into turn number 1 and 2. Rasmussen giving chase from second. Francis White doing all he can to try to get by for the number 2 position. In the meantime, as they hit the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Checkered flag is waving. Francis White giving it a shot into corner number 3 and 4, looking for second. But Corey Valade is going to come down to the line and grab win number 3 of 2025. David Rasmussen, a fine run for him to finish second. Francis White gave it all he could, but he comes up short, finishing 3rd. Mike Thundercar 315 modified, ready to go next for 25 laps. He gets to add another of those good-looking Can-Am Speedway feature win stickers to the collection. There he is, win number 3 for Corey Valade. Check 1, 2. There we go. We got it back. We got it back for him. We're ready to go. First win this year. Just like the other previous ones, you didn't have it too easy tonight, but you got to the front when it mattered, right?
Yeah, I was looking tonight. It's all great. That's been all year. So, and these guys are all
Yeah, it's real good competition here. It seems like anybody could win any given night. But you've been the best so far with your 3rd win this year. It's going to make you feel good for the rest of the year, right?
Oh yeah, it's good to be out there going in some bigger coming out and here maybe. So,
absolutely great run tonight. Anybody want to thank from this race car? You got a lot of supporters.
Yeah, I got to thank Jane Alpagan of Rome, New York, Dave Traffic, the Lady family for helping me all the time, and it's all your fans.
Enjoy the Father's Day weekend, buddy. Great job.
All right, Corey Valade gets it done.